My husband just got an email saying that he lost his job because of the tariffs. He's a cargo pilot, and we voted for the lady. We didn't vote for this. This is so uncool. It's like, what are they trying to do? Like, what is happening?
Well, I officially have been affected by the tariffs, and I'm super upset about it. So about a year ago, I got a job as a content creator on a retainer fee for a sock brand that I absolutely love. I always did really good work for them. So about 2 months ago, they asked me to be a content creator coach. So I was getting paid a flat fee to post 15 to 20 videos a month and coach the women in our group to sell the socks better. Just last week, I put like a little memo together of like everything I've done that has helped my TikTok shop videos go viral and do well. Just today, we got an email that they're no longer having this program in place. So I will be losing somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000 a month. So that means that this job was really supplementing our income. And just like that, it's gone. I definitely go back and forth with my feelings for those who voted for Trump, because a lot of people I love voted for him. And I do think there's a difference between like MAGA Trump people and just Republicans that voted for him. But this is what voting for him did. It's putting tariffs on these products that are coming from China. And now someone like me is losing a retainer fee job.
So moments ago in the Oval Office, President Trump was asked by a reporter about the slowdown at the ports due to the lack of imports due to his tariffs. And what did he have to say when he was questioned about what he would tell the dock workers and the truck drivers who's worried about losing their jobs? He said, "When I see that, it means we lose less money." So he doesn't care. He doesn't care about your jobs. He doesn't care about these hardworking middle-class Americans losing their jobs. He just has this idea that tariffs are going to cause America to lose less money. That's not how it's going to work. Tariffs are going to increase the price of goods and services for Americans.
How dare you talk to me about my friends' jobs in relationship to Trump? Like my one friend's husband, who just lost his job as a civilian contractor for the DOD thanks to Trump. His job was literally to make sure that America stays safe. How about my friends who are here on H-1B visas who are terrified they won't get renewed? How about my other friends who own or work for small businesses that the tariffs are going to take out of business? I hate to break this to you, but China actually creates jobs in this country. And I'm not just talking about the exports that China buys. I'm also talking about the products that China produces that American retailers sell. All down the supply chain here in the United States, we benefit from those Chinese products. So don't come at me and lecture me about losing jobs to China when all of the people that I know who are losing their jobs right now or will lose their jobs are losing them because of Trump and his tariffs.
Hello, I just wanted to share this information, mostly for Canadians. People are not taking this tariff thing seriously. I just came from the bank, and the teller that was looking after me, she told me that her husband lost his job yesterday. She said 15 of them were released from their job. They work in a steel plant a little outside of London here in a small town called Elma. So she said, husband lost his job already. I said, already? Yes. So you know this is just the beginning. So people, when I start making noise about the tariffs, people are not taking me serious. But this is a serious thing. My son-in-law works in the car industry. My husband works in the alcohol industry. So, good thing I work in healthcare. My job is needed. But people are going to lose jobs. It's going to get terrible.
America, brace yourselves for what's coming. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm a truck driver. We are in a recession right now. Banks have announced a recession, right? And unfortunately, us as truck drivers, we've been feeling this. Some will tell you a year, 2 years, 3 years, but the public has not realized this until now, right? Now, what's going to happen is it's like deja vu all over again. Warehouses are running out of product. They have only so much, and the rest is going to be relied on other countries. Unfortunately, due to the tariffs, we don't have anything to rely on right now, right? Amazon just announced they're laying off thousands of people across the country. For example, my son works at UPS part-time while he's in college. They cut his hours and many of their hours, right? Let's start. Whoever had a car note is going to get their car repossessed. The housing market, foreclosure is going to happen. Bankruptcy is going to happen. There's nothing wrong with bankruptcy. Starting all over. Donald Trump, our president, our commander-in-chief, has filed bankruptcy multiple times under corporation names, right? So that's normal. Fresh start. But we have to understand Donald Trump, I've always said this, right? On paper, looks good what he's trying to do. What I mean by that is, ladies and gentlemen, for it to look good on paper, in reality, we would have to reset back into the late 80s, early 90s. What does that mean when I say that? The way things cost the average American to live. We would have to go back to those days for manufacturing jobs to come back in our country and for people to be able to work in these manufacturers. Other than that, you would have to put robots in these warehouses for it to work. The average American wants a very good hourly pay, lucrative, wants 401k, wants health insurance. All that's going to come from the consumer. When the product is being made, all that has to come into consideration and break it down per unit, per cost. It's a little too late for that, right? That's just the way it is.
The tariffs will never bring manufacturing jobs back to America, no matter what you do. And there is a very simple reason why. America has 330 million people, right? But only about 200 million are working age, between 18 and 65. And we have 4% unemployment. That means that at most, there are 8 million people who are unemployed. And even if you were to put all of them into factories, which is impossible, but even if you put all of them into factories, do you think that would even begin to scratch the surface of the industrial output we would need to meet our consumption demands? So the only way we could get the manpower to make up for what China is doing for us would be to open up the borders and import tens of millions of workers that you would have to pay good factory wages to, and they all have to live somewhere. And if you thought that housing was expensive before, oh, just you wait when suddenly 5 times as many people are competing for the same apartment that you are.
5.4% unemployment in the state of Michigan in February of 2025, up from 4% just last year. Right now, you have Democrats that are going to tell you that the Trump tariffs is what is driving unemployment in the state of Michigan. That is a bold-faced lie. Those tariffs just took effect, and 1 year ago, we were at 4%, and February, prior to them even taking effect, we jumped up to 5.4%. Michigan is number 3 in the nation for unemployment. We have lost 250,000 manufacturing jobs. 250,000 manufacturing jobs when we're supposed to be the Motor City. Automobiles were made and born in the state of Michigan, and our jobs have went to China, Mexico, Canada. This is just unreal. These tariffs are going to work. I believe and I trust in our president because he wrote the book on the art of the deal. Look what happened when he put the tariffs across the board. Over 75 countries reached out and said, nope, wait, hold up, wait a second. Let's come to the table and let's make a deal. And then he paused, and he put a pause on those tariffs because he understood that this was the right thing to do. The tariffs were never about those other countries, folks. The tariffs were about China, our biggest enemy, the one that walks all over us and treats Americans with so much disrespect. They cannot stand us. We've allowed our jobs to go to them. They're taxing and tariffing us and always have been.